Give it up.
Give it up. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to Shakespeare in the Park this evening. I want to let you know that Wichita Shakespeare Company that puts on Shakespeare in the Park is an all-volunteer organization. We're also now a 501c3 organization, so any donations you might be willing to give us are tax deductible. And I want you to know that what we survive on is donations from lovely people like you. So if you enjoy the show, be sure to visit our welcome table when you leave, and there's a nice box there in which you can leave a donation if you like. I want to make sure everybody got a program tonight, and if not, they're available at the welcome table. And we'll be starting here in just a moment, and thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy the show.
Yeah, you might have to sit. Boy, you ought to see that like this.
We'll make a star chamber matter of
Pulling
it.
that grass.
If you were 20 Sir John Falstaffs, you would not abuse Robert Shallow, Esquire.
Sir John Falstaff has committed disparagement. I am of the church, and will be glad to do my benevolence to make compromises between
Mark.
There's another device in my brain which brings quick discussion with it. There's Miss Anne Page, which is daughter to Sir Thomas Page, which is very pretty virginity.
Mistress Anne Page. She has brown hair and speaks small, like a woman.
The very person for all the role. And, well, it's just design. 700 pounds of money, and gold and silver, which your grandson upon his deathbed, God deliver us to, has given. It would be a good motion if we were to leave our frivels and prebbles and desire a marriage between Master Abraham and Mistress Anne Page.
Did your grandsire leave her 700 pounds?
I and her father McGrath Patrick Penny.
I know the young gentlewoman, and she has good, gifts.
700 pounds and good possibilities is good gifts.
Let us see, honest Master Page. Is Falstaff there?
Tonight Sir John is there, but I beseech you, use your well willers. I'll beat upon the door for Master Page. What ho? God's blessings on this house here. Who's there? God's blessings and your friend. And Schuster Shallow, and here is young Master Slender.
I'm glad to see your worships well.
It's good to see you, Master Page.
Glad to see you, good Master Slender.
Is Falstaff here?
Sir, he is within, and I would I could do a good office between you.
He hath wronged me, sir.
Sir, he doth in some sort confess it.
If it be confessed, it is not redressed. Is that not so, Master Page?
Ah, here comes Sir John.
Now, Master Shallow, you'll complain of me to the king. Knight, you have beaten my men, killed my deer, and broke open my law.
But have not kissed your keeper's daughter.
This shall be answered.
Oh, I'll answer it straight. I've done all this. Now that is answered.
The council shall know this.
'Twere better for you if it were heard in the council. You'll be laughed at.
Peace, I pray you. Let us understand this matter. As I understand, there are 3 umpires in this matter. The first is Master Page, the second is myself, and the third is, lastly and finally, mine host of the daughter.
We 3 to hear it and end it between them.
Very well, I'll make a print of it in my notebook, and afterwards we will work upon it as discreetly as we can.
Oh, nay, daughter, carry the wine in. We'll drink within.
Oh, heaven. This is Mistress Anne Page.
How now, Mistress Ford?
Mistress Ford, by my troth, you are very well met. By your leave, good mistress.
Wife, bid these gentlemen welcome. Come, gentlemen. We have a hot venison pasty for dinner. Come, I hope we shall drink down all unkindness.
I had rather than 40 shillings I had my book souls and souls.
Cosby Snathan, a word with you, cuz. The rest were a kind of tender made afar off by Sir Hugh here. Do you understand?
Aye, sir. You shall find me reasonable.
The question is concerning your marriage.
Aye, there's the point, sir.
Marriage is the very point of it. To Mistress Anne Page.
Why, if it be so, I will marry her under any reasonable man.
But can you affection the woman? We must command to know that of your mouth or of your lips. In other words, can you deliver your to the maid?
Cousin Abraham Slender, can you love her?
I hope, sir. I will do as shall become one that would do reason.
Well, that you must. But upon good dowry, will you marry her?
I will do a greater thing than that upon your request, cousin, for any reason.
Please, because what I do is to pleasure you, cousin. Can you love the maid?
I will marry her, sir, if you say marry her. But if there be no great love in the beginning, and heaven may decrease it upon better acquaintance, we're married and have more occasion to know one another. But if you say marry her, I will marry her. Of that I am freely divulged.
It's a very discretion answer. To say the falls in the word dissolute. The word in our meaning is resolute. His meaning is good.
I believe my cousin meant well.
Aye, that I did, or else I would I might be hanged.
Here comes Mistress Anne Page. Were I a younger man for your sake, Mistress Page?
The dinner is on the table. My father desires your worship's company.
I shall wait on him, Mistress Page.
Lord's blessed. I shall not be absent at the grace.
Will it please your worship to come in, sir?
No, I thank you heartily, forsooth. I am very well.
The dinner attends you, sir.
I'm not hungry. Thank you, forsooth.
I may not do it without your worship. You will not sit till you come.
In faith, I'll eat nothing. I thank you as much as though I did.
I pray you, sir, walk in.
I had rather walk here, I thank you.
Come, gentle Master Slender, come. We stay for you.
I'll eat nothing, sir. Thank you.
Ah, by cock and pie, you shall not choose, sir. Come, come.
Nay, pray you, lead the way.
Come on, sir.
Miss Anne, yourself shall go first.
Not I, pray you. Walk on.
I'll rather be unmannerly than troubles.
Tell me which of you know Ford of this town.
I ken the way, 'tis of substance good.
My honest lads, I'll tell you what I'm about.
2 yards and more, sir.
No quips now, pistol. Indeed, I am in the waist 2 yards about, but I am now about no waist. I'm about thrift. Briefly, I mean to make love to Ford's wife. I spy entertainment in her. She gives the leer of invitation. I can construe the familiar action of her style, and the hardest voice of her behavior to be Englished rightly is, I am Sir John Falstaff.
He has studied her well and translated her well out of honesty into English.
Now, the report goes, she holds all the rule over her husband's purse. He hath a legion of angels.
As many devils entertain, and to her, boy, say I.
The humor rises. It is good.
I've written me here a letter to her, and here another to Page's wife, who even now gave me good eyes too. Examined my parts with most judicious oyard. Sometimes the beam of her view gilded my foot, sometimes my portly belly.
And then did the sun on dunghill shine.
I thank thee for that humor.
Oh, she did course o'er my exterior with such greedy intention that the appetite of her eye did seem to scorch me up like a burning glass. She bears the purse too. I will be cheaters to them both. They shall be exchequers to me. They shall be my East and West Indies, and I will trade to them both. Go, bear you this letter to Mistress Page, and you this to Mistress Ford. We will thrive, lads. We will thrive.
Lucifer take all.
Old Sirrah, bear you these letters tightly. Sail like my pinnace to these golden shores.
Now let vultures cry thy guns.
I have operations which be humorous of revenge.
Wilt thou revenge?
I'll discuss the humor of this love to Page.
Night of forge shall he unfold. How Falstaff, varlet vile, his double crew, his gold shall mold, and his soft couch, defile.
My humor shall not cool. I will incense Page to deal a poison. I will possess him with yellowness, for the revolt of mine is dangerous. That is my true humor.
Thou art the Mars of malcontent. I second thee. Go on.
Well, John Rugby, I pray thee, go to the casement and see if you can see my master, Dr. Caius, coming. If he do, in faith, and find anybody in the house, here will be an old abusing of God's patience and the king's English. Peter Simple, you say your name is? And Master Slender's your master? Does he not wear a great round beard?
No, forsooth, he hath but a wee little face and a little black beard.
A softly sprited man, is he not?
Yes, indeed. He is about as funny as this.
Hussy. Oh, I should remember him. Does he not hold his head up as it were, to strut in his gait?
Yes, indeed.
Well, heaven send Anne Page no worse fortune. Tell Parson Evans I will do what I can for your master. Anne is a good girl, and I wish her all the
Out!
best.
Alas! Here comes my master!
We shall all be shent. Run in here, young man, into this closet. He will not stay long.
Pray you, go and fetch me in my closet, what ye there? A box, a green a box. You intend but I speak a green a box.
I forsooth, I'll fetch it you. I'm glad he went not to himself. If he had found the young man, he would have been born mad. Is it this, sir?
Oui, met them on, pocket, fetch quickly. Where is that knave, Rugby?
John Rugby, John.
Here, sir.
You are Jean Rugby and you are Jacques Rugby. Come, take your rapier and come up to my heel to the court.
Tis ready, sir. Here in the fort.
By my trow, I tarry too long. Dog me. Odds me. There is such simples in my closet that I will not be buried, I shall leave behind.
I mean, he'll find the young man here and be mad.
Diable! Diable! What is in my closet? Villain! Laron! Rugby! My rapier!
Oh, good master, be content.
Wherefore shall I be content?
The young man is an honest man.
What shall the honest man do in my closet? There is no honest man that shall come in my closet.
I beseech you, be not so phlegmatic. Hear the truth of it. The young man came of an errand to me from Parson Hugh.
Well?
Peace, I pray you.
Peace your tongue. Speak of your tale.
I came to desire this honest gentleman, or maid, to speak a good word to Mr. Sam Page from my master in the way of marriage.
Sir Hugh sent to you. Rugby, buy me some paper. Tarry you a little while.
I am glad he is so quiet. If he had been thoroughly moved, you would have heard him so loud and so melancholy. Notwithstanding that, man, I'll do your master what good I can. My master himself is in love with Mistress Anne Page. Notwithstanding that, I know Anne's mind. It's neither here nor there.
You, Jacques, give this letter to Sir Hugh. By gar, it is a challenge. I will cut his throat in the park, and I will teach a scurvy Jacques priest to meddle or make. You may be gone. It is not good you tarry here. By gar, I will cut all his 2 stones. By gar, he shall not have a stone to throw at his dog.
Alas, he speaks but for his friend.
Do not you tell me that I shall have Anne Page for myself? By gar, I will kill the priest. And I have appointed mine host of the Schrader to measure our weapon. By gar, I will myself have Anne Page.
Sir, the maid loves you, and all shall be well.
Rugby, come to the court with me. By gar, if I have not Anne Page, I shall turn your head out of my door. Follow my heels, Rugby.
You shall have a fool's head of your own. No, I know Anne's mind. Never a woman in Windsor knows more of Anne's mind than I do. Nor can do more than I do with her, I thank heaven.
Who's within there? Oh!
Who's there, I trow? Come near the house, I pray you.
Now, good woman, how dost thou?
the better that it pleases your good worship to ask.
What news? How does pretty Mistress Anne?
In truth, sir, and she is pretty, and honest, and gentle. One that is your friend, I can tell you that by the way. I praise heaven for it.
Shall I do any good, thinkest thou? Shall I not lose my suit?
Trust, sir, all is in his hands above. But notwithstanding that, Master Fenton, I'll be sworn on the book she loves you. Have not your worship a wart above your eye?
Yes, Mary, have I. What of that?
Well, thereby hangs a tale. Good faith, it is such another Nan, but I detest an honest maid as ever broke bread. We had an hour's talk of that wart. I shall never laugh but in that maid's company.
Well, I shall see her today. Oh, there's money for thee. Let me have thy voice on my behalf. If thou seest her before me, command me.
Will I? In faith that we will, and I'll tell your worship the more of the wards next time we have confidence, and of other wooers.
Well then, I'm in great haste now.
Farewell to your worship. Truly an honest gentleman, but Anne loves him not, for I know Anne's mind as well as another does.
What? Have I escaped love letters in the holiday time of my beauty, and am I now a subject for them? Let me see. Ask me no reason why I love you. For though love use reason for his physician, he admits him not for his counselor. You are not young. No more am I. Go to then. There's sympathy. You are married. So am I. Ha ha. Then there's more sympathy. You love Sack. And so do I. Would you desire better sympathy? Let it suffice thee, Mistress Page, thy own true knight, by day or night, or any kind of light, with all his might, for thee to fight, John Falstaff. Oh, wicked world. One that is well nigh worn to pieces with age to show himself a young gallant. What an unweighed behavior hath this drunkard picked out of my conversation that he so dares in this manner assay me? I have not been thrice in my company. What should I say to him? I'll exhibit a bill in the Parliament for the putting down of men. How shall I be revenged upon him? For revenged I shall be, as sure as his guts are made out of puddings. Mistress Page, trust me, I was going to your house. Trust me, I was coming to you. You look very ill. Nay, I'll ne'er believe that. I have shown to the contrary. Think that you do in my eye. Well, I do then, yet I say I can show you to the contrary. Oh, Mistress Page, give me some counsel. What's the matter, woman? Oh, woman, were it not for one trifling respect that I could come to such honor. Oh, hang the trifle, take the honor. Dispense with trifles, what is it? If I would but go to hell for an eternal moment or so, I could be knighted. Oh, what? Thou liest. Sir Alice Ford. These knights will hack, and thou shouldst not alter the article of thy gentry. It burned daylight here. Read, perceive how I might be knighted. I shall think the worse of fat men, as long as I have an eye to make difference of men's liking. What tempest I trow for this whale with so many tons of oil in his belly ashore at Windsor? How shall I be revenged on him? I think the best way to entertain him with hope, till the wicked fires of lust have melted him in his own grease. Did you ever hear the like? Letter for letter, and at the name of Page and Ford, for thy great comfort in this mystery of ill opinions, here's the twin brother of thy letter. But let thine inherit first, for I protest mine never shall. I warrant he hath 1,000 of these letters writ with blank space for different names. For these are the very same, the very hand, very words. What doth he think of us? Let's be revenged upon him. Let's appoint a meeting with him, give him comfort in his suit, and lead him on with a fine baited delay, till he hath pawned his horses to mine host of the garter. Nay, I will consent to act any villainy against him that will not sully the cheriness of our honesty. Would that my husband saw this letter, and give eternal food to his jealousy. Well, here he comes now. Oh, and here comes my good man. Oh, he's as far from jealousy as I am from giving him cause. I hope is an immeasurable distance.
You are the happier woman.
Let's consult together against his greasy knife.
I hope it be not so.
Oh, Mr. Griddle Dog and some affairs. Sir John has sexed my wife.
Why, sir? My wife is not young.
Ah, we lose both high and low. Both rich and poor. Young and old. One with another.
I like not the humor of mine. He loves your wife. There's the short and the long. Falstaff loves your wife. How do?
The humor of it, quoth I. Here's a fellow that writes English out of his wits.
Seek out Falstaff.
Oh, I never heard such a drawling, affecting rogue. Oh, how now, May?
Where go you, George? Harky?
Come out, sweet Frank.
Why art thou melancholy?
I melancholy? I am not melancholy. Get you home, go.
Faith, thou hast some crotchets in thy head now. Will you go, Mistress Page?
Have with you. You will come to dinner, George. Look who comes yonder. She shall be the messenger to this paltry night.
Trust me, I thought on her. She'll fit it.
You have come to see my daughter Anne?
I pursued, and I pray, how does good Mistress Anne?
Then let's go in and see. We have an hour's talk with you.
How now, Master Ford?
Don't you what this knave told me, did you not?
Yes, and you heard what the other told me.
You think there's truth in it?
No, I would not think the knight would offer it. But they that accuse him in this intent towards our wives are a yoke of discarded men.
Were they his men?
Very were they.
I get none the better for that. Does he lie at the garter?
Aye, marry does he. If he should attend this voyage on my wife, I would turn her loose to him. And when he gets of her more than sharp words, let it lie on my head.
I do not misdoubt my wife, but I would be loath to turn the two of them together. A man may be too cautious. I would have nothing lie on my head. I cannot be thus satisfied.
Ah, look where my ranting host of the garter comes. How now, my host?
How now, Bully Rook? Thou art a gentleman. Cavaliero of justice, I say. Master Page. Master Page, you go with us. We have sport in here. There's a fray to be brought between Sir Hugh, the Welsh priest, and Caius, the French officer.
Good mine host of the garter, a word with you.
Will you go with us to be home? Mine host has had the measuring of their weapons, and I think appointed them contrary places. For I hear the parsons no jesting. I will tell you what our sport shall be. Hast thou no suit against my knight?
Oh, none I protest. But I will give you a bottle of burnt sack to give me recourse to him, and tell him my name is Burke, only for a jest.
My hand, Bully. Thou shalt have egress and regress, and thy name shall be Burke.
I have heard the Frenchman hath good skill in his rapier. I'd rather hear them scold than fight.
Though Page be a secure fool, and stands so firmly on his wife's frailty, yet I cannot put off my opinion so easily. She was in his company at Page's house, and what they made there I know not. Well, I will look further into it, and I have a disguise to sound Falstaff. If I find her honest, I lose not my labor. If she be otherwise, is labor well bestowed.
I will not lend thee a penny.
Why, then, the world's mine oyster, which I with sword shall open.
Not a penny!
Didst thou not share? Hadst thou not been tenants?
Reason, rogue, reason. Thinkest thou I'll endanger my soul for gratis? At a word, hang no more about me. I'm no gibbet for you. You will not bear a letter from me. You'll not do it, rogue.
I do relent. Who would thou want more of a man?
Sir, here's a woman would speak with you.
Let reproach.
Give your worship good morrow.
Good morrow, good wife.
Oh, not so, and please your worship.
Good maid, then.
I'll be scorned, as my mother was the first hour I was born.
I do believe the swearer. What with me?
Shall I vouchsafe your worship a word or two?
Oh, 2,000, fair woman, and I'll vouchsafe you the hearing.
There is one Mistress Ford, sir. I pray come a little near this ways. I myself dwell with Master Dr.
Well,
Caius.
Mistress Ford, did you say?
Your worship says very true. I pray your worship come a little near this ways.
I warrant you no one hears. Mine own people. Mine own people.
Are they so? God bless them and make them his servants.
Well, Mistress Ford, what of her?
Why, she's a good creature. Lord, Lord, your worship's a wanton. Well, heaven forgive you and all of us, I pray.
Mistress Ford, come, Mistress Ford.
Marry, sir, this is the short and the long of it. You have brought her to such a canary's as 'tis wonderful. The best courtier of them all, when the court lay at Windsor, could never have brought her to such a canary.
But what say she to me? Be brief, my good she-Mercury.
Marry, she hath received your letter, for the which she thanks you 1,000 times, and she gives you to notify that her husband will be absent from his house between 10 and 11.
10 and 11.
Aye, forsooth, and then you may come and see the picture she says that you wot of. Master Ford, her husband will be from home. Alas, this sweet woman leads an ill life with him. He's a very jealous man.
10 and 11. Woman, commend me to her. I shall not fail her.
Why, you say well, but I have another messenger to your worship. Mistress Page hath her hearty commendations to you too, and she bade me tell you that her husband is seldom from home, but she hopes there will come a time. I never knew a woman so dote upon a man. Surely I think you have charm.
Not I, assure thee. Setting the attraction of my good parts aside, I have no other charms.
Blessing on your heart for it.
Pray you, tell me this. Page's wife and Ford's wife acquainted each other how they love me.
Well, that were a jest indeed. They have not so little grace, I hope. That were a trick indeed. But Mistress Page desires you to send her your little page. You must send her your page, no remedy.
Well, I will.
Well, and neighbor, do so then. And look you, he may come and go between you both, and in any case have a nay word, that you may know one another's mind.
Fare thee well. Commend me to them both. Here is my purse. I am yet thy debtor. Boy, go along with this woman.
Sir John, there's one Master Brooke below that would fain make acquaintance with you, and he has sent thy worship a morning sack.
Brooke is his name?
Aye, sir.
Oh, call him in. Such brooks are welcome that o'erflow with such liquor. And you, sir? You would speak a word with me?
Sir, I am a gentleman who has spent much. My name is Brooke.
Good Master Brooke, I desire more acquaintance of you.
Ah, good Sir John, I sue for yours. Not to charge you, for I must let you know I consider myself in a better plight for a lender than you are, which hath something emboldened me to this unseasoned intrusion. For they say, if money go before, always do lie open.
Money is a good soldier, and will all.
The truth, and I have some bags of money here that trouble me. If you will help me to bear them, Sir John, take all, or half, for easing me of the carriage.
Sir, I know not how I may be deserving to be your porter.
Oh, I will tell you, sir, if you will give me the hearing.
Good Master Brooke, speak. I shall be glad to be your servant.
There is a gentlewoman of this town. Her husband's name is Ford.
Well, sir.
I have long loved her, and I beseech you that I have bestowed much upon her, followed her with a doting observation, engrossed opportunities to meet her, feed every slight occasion that would give me sight of her. Not only bought many presents to give her, but have given largely to many to know what she would have given. Briefly, I have pursued her as love hath pursued me.
Have you received no promise of satisfaction from her hand?
Never.
Have you importuned her to such a purpose?
Never!
What quality is your love, then?
Like a fair house built on another man's ground, where I have lost my edifice by mistaking the place where I erected it.
To what purpose do you unfold this to me?
When I've told you that, Sir John, I've told you all. Now, here's the heart of my purpose. You are a gentleman of excellent breeding, of admirable discourse, of great admittance, authentic in your place in person, generally allowed for your many warlike, courtlike, and learned preparations. Oh, believe it, you know it. Here's money. Spend it, spend more, spend all I have. Only, give me so much of your time in exchange of it as to lay an amiable siege against this good Ford's wife. Use your art of wooing. Win her to consent to you. You may, as soon as any man may.
Would it suit the vehemency of your affection that I should win what you would enjoy?
Understand my drift, sir. She stands so securely on the excellency of her honor that the foolishness of my soul doth not present itself. She is too bright to be looked against. What say you, Sir John?
Master Brooke, I shall first make bold with your money. Next, give me your hand. And last, as I'm a gentleman, you shall, if you will, enjoy Ford's wife.
Good sir.
I say you shall.
Want no money, sir. You shall want none.
What no Mistress Page, Master Brooke. You shall want no Mistress Ford, Master. You shall want none. I will be with her, I may tell you, at her own appointment. Even as you came into me, her assistant or go-between parted from me. I say I shall be with her between 10 and 11, for at that hour the jealous rascally Maeve, her husband, will be forth. Come you to me at night. You shall know how I speak.
I'm blessed in your acquaintance, sir. Do you know Ford, sir?
Hang him, poor cuckoldly knave. Though I do him wrong to call him poor. They say the jealous, wittly knave hath masses of money, for the which his wife seems to me well favored. I will use her as the key to the cuckoldly rogue's coffers.
Well, I would you knew Ford, sir, that you might avoid him if you saw him.
I will stare him out of his wits. Thou, Master Brooke, shalt know I will predominate over this peasant, and thou shalt lie with his wife. Come to me soon, at night. Ford's a knave! I will aggravate his style. Thou, Master Brooke, shall know him for knave and cuckold. Come to me soon, at night.
What a damned Epicurean rascal is this? My heart is ready to crack with impatience. Who says this isn't provident jealousy? My wife has sent to him. The hour is fixed, the match is made. Would any man have thought this? See the hell of having a false woman? My bed will be abused, my coffers ransacked, my reputation gnawed at, and not only shall I receive these villainous wrongs, but stand under the adoption of abominable terms by him that does me these wrongs. Cuckold! The devil himself hath not such a name. Page is an ass. A secure ass. He will trust his wife. He will not be jealous. I would rather trust a Welshman with my cheese than my wife with herself. I will prevent this. Detect my wife, be revenged on Falstaff, and laugh at Page. Ha ha! I will about it. Better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late.
Jack Rugby?
Sir?
What is the clock, Jack?
It's past the hour, sir, that Sir Hugh promised to meet.
By God, he has saved his soul that he is no calm. He has prayed his Bible well that he is no calm. By God, Jack Rugby, he is dead already if he be calm.
He is wise, sir. He knew your worship would kill him if he came.
By God, the herring is not dead, so as I will kill him. Take your rapier, Jack. I will tell you how I will kill him.
Alas, sir, I cannot stand.
Villainy, take your rapier.
Forbear, here's company.
Bless thee, bully doctor. Save you, Master Dr. Caius.
Now, good Master Doctor.
Give you good morrow.
What be all you? 1, 2, 3, 4, come. 4.
To see thee fight, to see thee foin, to see thee traverse, to see thee here, to see thee there.
By God, he is the coward Jack Priest of the world. He is not show his face.
He is the wiser man, Master Doctor. He is a curer of souls. You are a curer of bodies. If you two should fight, it would go against the hair of your profession. Wouldn't Didn't you say so, Master Page?
'Tis true, Master Shallow.
It shall be found so, Master Page. I have come to fetch you home. I am sworn of the peace. You have shown yourself to be a wise physician. He has shown himself to be a wise and patient churchman. You must go with me, Master Doctor.
By gar, me will kill the priest, for he speak for a jackanapes to Anne Page.
Let him die. Sheath thy impatience and throw cold water upon thy collar. Come about the fields through Frogmore with me, and I shall show you where Mistress Anne Page is, at a farmhouse feasting. And you shall woo her.
By gar! 'Tis good! Well said!
Let us wag then.
Come at my heels, Rugby!
I pray you, Signal, which way have you looked for Master Caius that calls himself a doctor of physics?
Marry, sir, every way with the tongue.
I must vehemently desire you also look that way.
I will, sir.
Full as I am, and trembling of mind, I should be glad if he had deceived me.
Yonder he is coming this way, sir, you.
He's welcome.
No weapon, sir, just my master, Master Shallow, and my...
Now, Master Parson. Good morrow, good Sir Hugh.
Oh, sweet Anne Page.
Such you as mercies, all of you.
What, the sword and the word? Do you study them both, Master Parson?
And youthful still in your doublet and hose this raw rheumatic day.
There is reasons and causes for it.
We are come to do you a good office, Master Parson.
Very well, what's it?
Yonder is the most reverend gentleman, like having received wrong by some person, is at most odds with his own gravity and patience ever you saw.
I have lived 210 years, and never have I seen a man of his place, gravity, and learning so wide of his own respect.
What is it?
Well, I think you know him, Master Dr. Caius, the renowned French physician.
God's will and my passion of my heart. I had need to drink such a mess of porridge.
Why?
He has no more knowledge of Hippocrates and Galen. And he's a knave, too. He's a cowardly knave if you would ever desire to be acquainted with all.
I warned you, he's the man should fight with him.
Sweet Anne Page. I think so, my reverend. We'll keep them aside. There goes Master Doctor Caius.
Nay, Master Parson, keep in your weapon.
And you too, Master Doctor.
Disarm them both and let them question. Let them keep their limbs whole and pack our English.
I pray you, let me speak a word with your ear. Wherefore will you not meet to me? By gar, you are the coward, the jackdog, son ape.
Other men's humor. Desire you in friendship, and in one way or other will make amends.
By diable, Jack Rugby, mine host, Desjartier, have I not stayed for him to kill him? Have I not at the place I did appoint?
And I am a good Christian soul now. Look you, this is the place appointed. I'll be crucified and host of the Garter.
Peace, I say. Gallia and Gaul, French and Welsh, soul cure, body cure. Peace, I say. I have misled you both. I have sent you in wrong directions. Give me your hand terrestrial. Give me your hand celestial. Your hearts are mighty. Your skins are whole. Follow me, lads of peace.
Trust me, a man host. Follow, gentlemen. Follow.
Oh, sweet Anne.
This is well. I desire you that we may be friends. This is all of our praying together against this, our revenge against the same skull's scrubby companion, mine host.
By God, with all my heart. He promised to bring me where is Aunt Page. By God, he deceived me too.
Smite his noddles. Pray, follow.
Nay, keep your way, little gamin. You were once to be a follower, but now you are a leader. Whether had you rather lead mine eyes or I your master's heels?
I had rather pursue the like a man than follow like a boy.
Thou art a flattering boy. I see now you'll be a courtier.
Well met, Mistress Page. Whither go you?
Truly, sir, to see your wife. Is she at home?
Aye, unless you may hang together for want of company. I think if your husbands were dead, you two would marry.
Be sure of that. 2 other husbands.
Oh, whither go you this pretty weathercock?
What do you call your master's name, sir?
Sir John Falstaff.
Sir John Falstaff.
Is your wife at home indeed?
Indeed she is.
By your leave, sir. I am sick until I see her.
Page any brains? Hath any eyes? Hath any thinking? This boy would carry a letter 20 miles, as easy as a cannon would shoot point blank 12 score. He pieces out his wife's inclination, and now she's going to my wife and Falstaff's boy with her. Good plots they are laid, and our revolted wives share damnation together. I will take him, and then torture my wife. Pluck the borrowed veil of modesty from the so seeming Mistress Page, divulge Page himself for a secure and willful action, and to these violent proceedings all of my neighbors shall cry aye. The clerk will give me my cue, and my assurance bids me search. There, I will find Falstaff. I will be rather praised for this than mocked, for it is positive, as the earth is firm, that he is there. I will go.
Well met, Master Ford.
Oh, trust me a good knot. I have good cheer for you at home, and I pray you all will come with me.
I must excuse myself, Master Ford. We are lingering about the match between my cousin and Miss Hartley. And tonight we shall have our answer.
I hope I have your goodwill, Father.
Master Slender, I stand wholly for you. But my wife, Mr. Doctor, is for you altogether.
I, by gar, and the maid is love of me. My nurse will quickly tell me so much.
Well, what say you two, young Master Winsor? He stands as he fingers, his eyes view. He writes verses, being holiday expelled, April and May.
Not by my consent, I promise you. The gentleman is of no having. He kept company with the wild prince. He knows too much. No, he shall not fit a knot in my fortune, figure of my son. If he take her, let him take her soon. Wealth I have waits on my consent. Consent goes not that way.
I beseech you heartily, some of you come home with me to dinner. Besides your cheer, I shall show you sport. I shall show you a monster. And Master Doctor, you shall come. So shall you, Master Page. And you, Sir Hugh, come.
Well, fare thee well. We shall have freedom moving with Master Page.
Farewell, hearts. I will to my honest eye Falstaff and drink with him.
Gentles, will you go?
Have with you to see this monster.
What John? What Robert? Quickly, quickly, is the buck basket here? Set it down. Give your men the charge. We must be brief. Mary, John, and Robert, as I told you before, be ready here, hard by in the brew house. And when I suddenly call you, come forth, and without any pause or staggering, take this basket on your shoulders. That done, trudge with it in all haste among the Whitesters and Datchet Mead, and there, empty it in the muddy ditch close by the Thames side. You will do it. I have told them o'er and o'er. They lack no direction. God, come when you are called. Oh, here comes little Robin. How now? What news with you?
My master, Sir John, is coming at your back door, Mistress Ford, to request your company.
Have you been true to us?
Aye, I be sworn. He knows not of your being here, and hath threatened to put me into everlasting liberty if I tell you of it. He swears he'll turn me away.
Oh, thou art a good boy. This secrecy of thine shall be a tailor unto you, and shall make you a new doublet and hose. I'll go hide me.
Do so. Go tell your master I am alone. Mistress Page! Remember you your cue?
I warrant you, if I do not act it, hiss me.
Go to then. We'll use this unwholesome humidity, this gross, watery pumpy, and we'll teach him to know turtles from jays.
Have I caught thee, my heavenly jewel? Why, then let me die, for I have lived long enough. This is the period of my ambition. Oh, this blessed hour.
Oh, sweet Sir John!
Mistress Ford, now shall I sin in my wish? I would thy husband were dead. I'll speak it before the best lord. I would make thee my lady.
I, your lady? Alas, Sir John, I should be a pitiful lady.
Let the court of France show me such another. I see how thine eye would emulate the diamond.
Believe me, there is no such thing in me.
What made me love thee? Let that persuade thee. There's something extraordinary in thee. I love thee, none but thee, and thou deservest it.
Do not betray me, sir. I fear you love Mistress Page.
Thou mightest well say I love to walk by the counter gate, which is as hateful to me as the reek of a lime kiln.
Well, heaven knows how I love you, and you shall one day find it.
Keep in that mind. I'll deserve it.
Nay, I must tell you so you do, or else I could not be in that mind.
Mistress Ford! Here's Mistress Page at the door, sweating and blowing and looking wildly. Would you speak with you presently?
She shall not see me. I'll ensconce me behind the arras.
Pray, do so. She's a very tattling woman. How now? What's the matter?
Oh, Mistress Ford! What have you done? You're shamed! You're overthrown! You're undone forever!
What's the matter?
Why, woman, your husband is coming hither with all the officers of Windsor to search for a gentleman he says is here, now, in this house by your consent, to take ill advantage of his absence. You are undone.
'Tis not so, I hope.
Pray heaven it be not so that you have such a one here, for 'tis most certain that your husband is coming, with half Windsor at his heels, to search for such a gentleman. I have come before to tell you, if you know yourself clear, why I am glad of it. But if you have a friend here, convey him out. Be not amazed. Draw your senses to you. Defend your reputation, or bid farewell to your good life forever.
Oh, what shall I do? There is a gentleman here, my dear friend, and I fear not mine own shame so much as his peril.
Force!
I had rather than 1,000 pounds he were out of the house.
For shame! Your husband is here in hand! Bethink you of some conveyance! In this house you cannot hide him! Oh, how have you deceived me! Oh, here is the basket! If he be of any reasonable stature, he may creep in here, throw foul linen upon him, and so escape. Oh, and send by your 2 men to datch at me.
He's too big to go in there. What shall I do?
Let me see it! Let me see it! No! Let me see it! I'll in! I'll in! Follow your prince counsel. I'll in!
Sir John Falstaff, are these your letters, knight?
I love thee. Help me away. I'll creep in here.
Help to cover your master, boy. Call your men, Mistress Ford. Oh,
John!
Remember,
John! Come. Take up this basket here on your shoulders and carry it to the laundress in Datchet Mead. Quickly, come!
Pray you come near. I suspect without cause why men make sport of me. Let me be your jest, I'll deserve it. Now! Whether bear you this?
To the laundress.
What matters it you whither they bear it? You had best meddle with buck washing.
Why could I wash myself of the buck? Gentlemen, I have dreamed tonight. I will tell you my dream. Here are my keys. Ascend my chamber. Search, seek, find out. I warrant you will unkennel the fox.
Good Master Ford, be contented. You wrong yourself too much.
True, Master Page. Search with me, gentlemen. Follow me. Come on.
This is very fantastical humors and jealousy.
By gar, it is no the fashion of France. It is not jealous in France.
Nay, follow him, gentlemen. See the issue of his search.
Is there not a double excellency in this?
Oh, I know not which pleases me better, that my husband is deceived, or Sir John.
What a taking was he in when he asked who was in the basket?
I am half afraid he will have need of washing, so throwing him into the water will do him a benefit.
Oh, hang him, dishonest rascal. I would all the same strain were in the same distress.
What think? Should we send that foolish carrion mistress quickly to him? Give him another hope? To betray him to another punishment?
We will do it. Send for him tomorrow, 8 o'clock, to have amends.
Cannot find him. Maybe the knave bragged of which he could not compass.
Heard you that? You use me well, Master Ford, do you?
I do so.
Heaven make you better than your thoughts.
Amen.
You do yourself mighty wrong, Master Ford.
I must bear it.
If there be any party in this house, or in the chambers, or in the coffers, or in the presses, heaven forgive my sins on the day of judgment.
By gar, nor I too. There is no bodies.
Fie, Master Ford, are you not ashamed? What spirit, what devil suggests this imagination? I would not have your distemper in this kind for the wealth of Windsor Castle.
It's my fault, Master Page. I suffer for it.
You suffer a bad conscience. Your wife is as honest a woman as I would ever desire, and 5,500 too.
By gar, I see 'tis an honest woman.
Well, I promised you dinner. I will hereafter make known to you why I have done this. I pray you pardon me. Come, wife, come, Mistress Page. I pray you pardon me, I pray heartily. Pardon.
Let's go in, gentlemen, but trust me, we'll mock him. I do invite you to my house tomorrow to breakfast. After we'll a birding together.
Anything.
If there's one, I shall make 2 in the company.
If there be 1 or 2, I shall make it the 3rd.
Will you go, Master Page?
I pray you, remember to make this lousy knave mine host.
Well, that is good, by gar, with all my heart.
Lousy knave, to have his jibes and his mockeries.
I cannot get thy father's love, therefore no more turn me to him, sweet Nan.
Alas, how then?
Why, thou must be thyself. He doth object I am too great a birth, and that my state being galled by my expense, I seek to heal it only by his wealth. Besides these other bars he lays before me, my riots past, my wild society, then tells me 'tis a thing impossible I should love thee but as a property.
Maybe he tells you true.
Nay, heaven so speed me in my time to come. Yet I will confess thy father's wealth was the first motive that I wooed thee, Anne. Yet wooing thee, I found thee of more value than stamps in gold or sums in sealed bags, and 'tis the very riches of thyself that I now aim at.
Gentle Master Benton, yet seek my father's love. Still seek it, sir. If opportunity and hot pursuit cannot obtain it, why then, hark you hither.
Mistress, break their talk. My kinsman shall speak for himself.
Hark ye, Master Slender would speak a word with you. I come to him. This is my father's choice. Oh, what a world of vile, ill-favored faults lifts hands with 300 pounds a year. And how does the Master Benton? I pray you, a word with you.
Mistress, my cousin loves you.
Aye, that I do. As well as I love any woman in Blankley.
Shall maintain you like a gentlewoman.
That I will, under the degree of a squire.
Shall make you 150-pound jointure
Master Shallow let him woo for himself.
Oh, I thank you for it. I thank you for that comfort. She calls you cousin. I'll leave you.
And now, Master Slender, what is your will?
I will? That's hardly a... That's a pretty jest indeed. See, I ne'er made my will yet. I thank heaven I'm not such a thickly creature that I can have it made.
I mean, Master Slender, what would you with me?
Well, truly, for mine own part, I would little or nothing. Your father and my uncle made most. If it be my luck, so. If not, happy man be as known. They can tell you how things go far better than I can. You may ask him yourself, dear.
Now, Master Slender. Love him, daughter Anne. Why, how now? How does Master Fenton here? You wrong me, sir, thus still to haunt my house. I told you, my daughter is disposed of.
Nay, Master Page, be not impatient. Good Master Fenton, come not to my child.
She is no match for you.
Sir, will you hear me?
No, Master Fenton. Come, Master Shallow. Come, son Slender, in. Knowing my mind, you wrong me, Master Fenton.
Speak to Mistress Page.
Good Mistress Page, for that I love your daughter in such a righteous fashion as I do, perforce against all checks, rebukes, and manners, I must advance the colors of my love and not retire. Let me have your goodwill.
Good mother, do not marry me to yon fool.
I mean it not. I seek you a better husband.
That's my master, Master Doctor.
Alas, I'd rather be set quick in the earth and fall to death with turnips.
Come, trouble not yourself. Good Master Fenton, I will not be your friend, nor enemy. My daughter will I question how she loves you, and as I find her, so am I affected. Until then, farewell. She must needs go in. Her father will be angry.
Farewell, good mistress. Farewell, ma'am.
This is my doing. Nay, said I, will you cast away your child on a fool and a physician? Look on Master Fenton. This is my doing.
I thank thee, and I pray thee, give my sweet Nan this ring. There's for thy pains.
May heaven send me good fortune. A kind heart he hath. A woman would run through fire and water for such a kind heart. But yet I would my master had Mistress Anne, or I would Master Slender had her, or in sooth I would Master Fenton had her. I will do what I can for them all three. So I have promised, and I'll be as good as my word. Especially for Master Fenton. Well, I must have another errand to Sir John Falstaff, my two mistresses. What a beast am I to slack it.
Have I lived to be carried in a basket, like a barrel of butcher's offal, and be thrown into the Thames? Well, if I be served another such trick, I'll have my brains ta'en out and buttered, and give to the dog for a New Year's gift. You may know by my size, I have a kind of alacrity in sinking. If the bottom were as deep as hell, I would down. I'd drown, but the shore was shelvy and shallow, a death I abhor. For water swells a man, and what a thing should I have been when I had been swelled.
Master John, there's one Mistress Quickly here to see you.
Let me pour some sack into the Thames water. Oh, my belly's as cold as if I'd swallowed snowballs for pills to cool the rains. Call her in.
Come in, woman.
By your leave, I cry you mercy. Give your worship good morrow. Marry, sir, I come to your worship from Mistress Ford.
Mistress Ford! I've had enough of Ford. I was thrown into the Ford. I have my belly full of Ford.
Alas the day, good heart, that was not her fault. She does so take on with her men. They mistook their erection.
As did I mine, built upon the foolish woman's promise.
Well, she laments, sir, for it, that it would yearn your heart to see it. Her husband goes this morning a-birding, and she desires you once more to come to her between 8 and 9. I must carry her word quickly. She'll make you amends, I warrant you.
Well, I will visit her. Tell her so. And bid her think what a man is. Let her consider his frailty and judge of my merit.
I will tell her.
Do so. Betwixt 9 and 10, sayest thou?
8 and 9, sir.
Well, be gone. I will not miss her.
Peace be with you, sir.
I wonder that I hear not from Master Brooke. He sent me word to stay within. I like his money well. Here he come. Now, Master Brooke.
Bless you, sir.
You have come to know what has passed between me and Mistress Ford.
That indeed, sir, is my business.
I will not lie to you, Master Brooke. I was at her house the hour she appointed.
And sped you, sir?
Very ill-favoredly, Master Brooke.
How so, sir? Did she change her determination?
Oh, no, Master Brooke. That husband, dwelling in a continual alarm of jealousy, comes to me in the instant of our encounter, and a rabble of his companions at his heels, further instigated by his distemper, and forsooth, to search his house for his wife's love.
What, sir? While you were there?
While I was there!
And did he search for you and could not find you?
You shall hear. Now, as good luck would have it, comes in one Mistress Page, gives intelligence of Ford's approach, and in her invention and Ford's wife's distraction, they conveyed me into a buck basket.
A buck basket?
By the Lord, a buck basket. Rammed me in with foul shirts and smocks, socks, foul stockings, greasy napkins. That, Master Brooke, there was the rankest compound of villainous smell that ever offended nostril.
How long lay you there?
Oh, nay, you shall hear how I have suffered to bring this woman to evil for your good. Being thus crammed in the basket, a couple of Ford's knaves, his hinds, were called forth by their mistress to carry me in the name of foul clothing to Datchet Lane. They took me on their shoulders, met the jealous knave, their master in the doorway, who once or twice asked what they had in the basket. I quaked for fear lest the lunatic knave would have searched it, but fate held his hand. Well, on he went for a search, and away I went for foul clothes. But mark you, Master Brooke, to be stopped in like a stinking distillation with foul clothes fretted in their own grease. Think of that. That am subject as heat to butter, a man of continual dissolution and thaw. 'Twas a miracle to escape suffocation. And at the height of this bath, when I was more than half stewed in grease, to be thrown into the Thames and cooled, glowing hot into that surge like a horseshoe. Think of that, hissing hot. Think of that, Master Brooke.
Good Sir John, that you have suffered all this for my part, I am sorry. My case is determined. You shall undertake her no more.
Master Brooke, I shall be thrown into Etna as I've been thrown into Thames ere I leave her thus. Her husband is this morning gone a-birding. Yes, I have received another embassy of meeting from her. Twixt 8 and 9 is the hour, Master Brooke.
'Tis past 8 already, sir.
Is it? I'll address me then to my appointment. Come to me at your good leisure, you shall know how I speed, and the conclusion shall be crowned with your enjoying her. Adieu. You shall have her. You shall cuckold Ford.
vision? Is this a dream? Do I sleep? Awake, Master Ford, awake! Ow. This, 'tis to be married. This, 'tis to have linens and buck baskets. Well, I will proclaim myself what I am. I will take the lecher. He's at my house. He cannot escape me. It is impossible he should. He cannot creep into a halfpenny purse, nor into a pepper box. But, lest the devil that guide him should aid him, I will search impossible places. No. Well, what I am I cannot avoid. To be what I am not shall not make me tame. If I have horns to make one mad, let the proverb go with me. I'll be horn mad.
Mistress Ford, your sorrow hath eaten up my sufferance. But are you sure of your husband now?
He's a birding, sweet Sir John.
What ho? Gossip Ford, what ho?
Step into the chamber, Sir John.
How now, sweetheart? Who's at home besides yourself?
Why, none but mine own people.
Indeed.
No, certainly. Speak louder.
Truly, I am glad you have nobody here.
Why?
Why? Your husband's in his own loons again. He so takes on yonder with my husband, so rails against all married mankind, so curses all of Eve's daughters, so buffets himself in the forehead that any madness I have yet beheld is but tameness, civility, patience to that, this distemper he is in now. I am glad the fat knight is not here.
Why? Does he talk of him?
Of none but him, and swears he was carried out the last time he was here, searching for him, in a basket. And protests to my husband that he is here now in the house, and takes him and his friends from their sport to make another experiment of his suspicion. But I am glad the knight is not here. Now he shall see his own foolery.
How near is he, Mistress Page?
Hard by at Street End. He shall be here anon.
What shall I do? How shall I bestow him? Shall I put him into the basket again?
Oh, no! I'll come no more to the basket. May I not go out ere he come?
Oh, alas! His three brothers watch the door with pistols that none shall issue out, else you could slip away ere he came.
I'll go out then.
No! No! No, no! If you go out in this own semblance, you die, Sir John, unless you go out disguised.
How might we disguise him?
Alas, I know not. There's no woman's dress big enough for him, else he could put on hat, muffler, and kerchief and so escape.
Dear hearts, devise something, any extremity rather than a mischief.
My maid's aunt! The fat woman of Brentford has a gown of all!
Upon my word, it shall serve. She's as big as he is, and there's a thrummed hat and kerchief too. Run up, Sir John!
Go! Go, sweet Sir John! We will bring linen for you straight!
We'll dress you straight. Put on the gown the while.
I would my husband
No! I'll first direct my men what they should do with the basket. Go you up. I'll bring Lennon for him straight.
Hang him, dishonest varlet. We cannot misuse him enough. We will have proof by that which we do. Wives may be merry, and yet honest, too.
Mary, John and Robert, be ready here. Okay. Master, part his door. He bids you, set it down, obey him.
Come, take it out.
But if it prove not true, have you anyway then to unfool me again? Set down that basket, villain! Somebody call my wife! But, wife, I say, come forth! Come see what honest clothes you send forth to bleaching!
Why, this passes, Master Four. You are not to go loose any longer. You must be pinioned.
This is a mad joke.
Indeed, this is not well, Master Ford, indeed.
So say I too, sir. Come, Mistress Ford. Mistress Ford, the honest woman, the noble wife, the virtuous creature that had a jealous fool for a husband. I suspect without cause. Do I, Mistress?
Heaven be my witness you do if you suspect me in any dishonesty.
Well said, brazen face. Pull it forth! Come forth, sirrah!
Why, this passes.
Are you not ashamed? Let the clothes alone.
I shall find you anon.
Away.
Pluck out all the linen.
Why, man? Why?
Master Page, as I am a man, there was one conveyed out of my house yesterday in this very basket. Why may he not be there again? In my house, I'm sure he is. My intelligence is true. My jealousy is reasonable. Empty the basket, I say!
If you find a man there, he shall die a flea's death.
Here's no man.
What's wrong with you?
Mr. Ford, you must pray and not follow the imagination of your heart. This is jealousy.
Well, not here I seek for.
No, nor nowhere else but in your brain.
Help me to search my house one more time. One last time, Seth. Only once more. If I see not what I search for, let me be your table sport. Let them say of me as jealous as Ford. Satisfy me once more. Once more search with me.
What ho! Mistress Page, come you and the old woman down. My husband will come into the chamber.
Old woman? What old woman is that?
Nay, it is my maid's aunt of Brentford.
Witch! Queen! A cozying queen! Have I not forbid her in my house? She comes of errands, does she? Come down this instant, you witch, you hag! Come down, I say!
Oh, nay, good sweet husband, good gentleman, do not let him strike the poor old woman. Come, Mother Crack, come, give me your hand. There you are.
I'll threat her. Out of my door, you witch! Oh, hag, you pulpit! Out, I say! I'll conjure her!
Are you not ashamed? I think you have killed the poor woman.
Nay, he will do it.
I think the old woman is a witch indeed. Why not Lord the woman with a great beard? Must buy a great beard at the humbuckler.
Follow me, gentlemen. I shall show you the issue of my jealousy. If I cry out upon no trial, never trust me when I open it again!
Let's obey his humor a little further. Come, gentlemen!
Trust me, he beat him most pitifully.
Nay, by the mass, that he did not. He beat him most unpitifully, methought.
Oh, I will have his cudgel hollowed and hung o'er the altar. It hath done meritorious service.
Oh, what think you? May we, with the warrant of womanhood in the
tempt us again.
Shall we tell our husbands how we have served him?
By all means. And if they can find in their hearts the poor, fat, unvirtuous knight should be further afflicted, we too shall still be the ministers.
A warrant they'll have him publicly shamed, and methinks there would be no period to the jest should he not be publicly shamed.
Come to the forge with it, then we'll shape it. I will not have things cool.
And did he send you both these letters in an instant?
Within a quarter of an hour.
Pardon me, wife. Well, hereafter do what thou wilt. I would rather suspect the sun with cold than thee of wantonness. Now doth thy honor stand with him that was once a heretic, as firm as faith.
'Tis well, no more. But let our plot go forward. Let our wives yet once again to make us public sport appoint a meeting with this old fat fellow where we may take him and disgrace him for it.
There is no better way than that which they spoke of.
How? To have him meet him in the park at midnight? Fie. He'll never come.
You say he's been thrown into the rivers and grievously beaten as an old woman. And methinks he should have terrors and should not come. Methinks his flesh has been punished and shall not have desires.
So think I too.
Devise but how you'll use him when he comes. Let us two devise to bring him thither.
There's an old tale goes of Herne the Hunter, sometime a keeper here in Windsor Forest, that at all winter time, at still midnight, he doth around a great oak walk with ragged horns. Oh, you've heard of this spirit, and well you know the idle, superstitious-minded elf did receive and deliver to our time this story of Herne the Hunter for a truth.
Why, yet there wants not many that do fear in deep of night to walk by this Herne's oak, but what of this?
Marry, this is our device, that Falstaff at that oak shall meet with us.
Well, let it not be doubted then he'll come. And in this shape, when you have brought him thither, what shall be done with him? What is your plot?
That likewise have we thought on, and thus. Nan Page, my daughter, and 3 or 4 of her growth will dress as fairies. When Falstaff, she and I are newly met, they will rush forth from a saw pit all at once, and upon seeing them, we too shall fly in great amazement. They will circle round about him, and fairy-like to pinch the unclean knight and ask him why at this hour of fairy revel in their so sacred paths he dares to tread in shape profane.
And, till he tell the truth, let the supposed fairies pinch him sound and burn him with their tapers.
Oh, and the truth being known, we will present ourselves, dishorn the spirit, and muck him home to Windsor.
The children must be well practiced to this, so they'll now do it.
I'll teach the children the behaviors, and I'll act as a jackanape also, to burn the night with my tabor.
My daughter Nan shall be queen of the fairies, finely attired in a robe of white.
This silk will I go buy, and in that time shall Master Slender steal my Nan away and marry her at Eton. Go, send to Falstaff straight.
Nay, I'll to him again in the name of Burke. He'll tell me all his purpose. I'm sure he'll come.
Oh, fear not you that. Go, buy properties in tricking for our fairies.
That's about it. This is very admirable pleasures and very honest favories.
Go, Mistress Ford, sing quickly to Sir John to know his mind. I'll to the doctor. He hath my goodwill, and he and none but he to marry with my daughter Nan. That Slender, though well landed, is an idiot. And my husband, best of all, affects. The doctor is well moneyed and his friends potent at court, and he and none but he to marry with her, though 20,000 worthier come to crave her.
I would all the world be cousin, for I have been cozened and beaten too. If it should come to the ear of the court, how I have been transformed, and how my transformation has been washed and cudgeled, it will melt me out of my fat drop by drop. I warrant they will whip me with their fine wits till I'm as crestfallen as a dried pear. Well, if my wind was but long enough to say my prayers, I would repent. Now, whence come you?
From the 2 parties, forsooth.
The devil take one party, and his damn the other, and so they shall be both bestowed. I have suffered, all for their sake, more than the villainous inconstancy of man's disposition is able to bear. I was beaten myself through all the colors of the rainbow. I was like to be taken for the witch of Brentford, but that the admirable dexterity of my wit, my counterfeiting the actions of an old woman, delivered me. The knave constable would have set me in the stocks, in the common stocks, for a witch.
Sir, let me speak with you in your chamber. You shall hear how things go, and I warrant to your content. Here's a letter will say somewhat. Good heart, what ado here is to bring you together. Sure, one of you does not serve heaven well, but you're so crossed.
Come up into my chamber.
Master Ben, talk not to me. My mind is heavy, and I will give over all.
You can't hear me speak, and as I am a gentleman, I shall give thee 100 £100 gold more than your loss.
I will hear you, Master Benton, and at the least keep thy counsel.
From time to time, I have acquainted you with the dear love I bear to fair Anne Page, who mutually hath answered my affection, so far forth as herself may be your chooser, even to my wish. I have a letter from her of such constance as you will wonder at. Fat Falstaff hath a great scene. The image of the jest I'll show you here at large. Hark, mine good host. Tonight, at Hearn's Oak, just twixt 12 and 1, must my sweet Nan present the fairy queen. The purpose why is here, in which disguise, while other jests or something rank on foot, her father hath commanded her to slip away with Slender, and at Eton immediately to marry. She hath consented. Now, sir, her mother, ever strong against that match, and firm for Dr. Caius, hath likewise appointed that he shall shuffle her away, while other sports are tasking of their minds, and at the deanery, where a priest attends, straight marry her. To this, her mother's plot, she seemingly likewise obedient, hath been promised the doctor. Now thus addressed. Father means she shall all be dressed in white, and in that habit, when Slender sees his time to take her by the hand and bid her go, she shall go with him. Her mother intends, the better to denote her to the doctor, for they must all be masked, that quaint in green she shall be loose and robed, and when the doctor spies his vantage right, to pinch her by the hand, and on that token, the maid hath given consent to go with him.
Which means she to deceive, father or mother?
Both, mine good host, to go along with me. And here it rests, that you'll procure the vicar to stay for me at church twixt 12 and 1, and in the lawful name of marriage, to give our hearts united ceremony.
Well, husband your device, and I'll to the vicar. You bring the maid, and you'll not want for a priest.
So shall I evermore be bound to thee. Besides, I'll make a present of recompense.
Prithee, no more prattling. Go, I'll hold. This is the 3rd time. I hope good luck lies in odd numbers. Away I go. They say divinity lies in odd numbers, either in nativity, chance, or death. Away.
I'll do my best to get you a pair of horns.
Away, I say. Time wears. Hold up your head and mince. How now, Master Brooke? Master Brooke, tonight, the matter shall be known tonight or never. Be you at the park about midnight at Hearn's Oak, and you shall see wonders.
Went not to you yesterday, sir, as you told me you had appointed?
I went to her, Master Brooke, as you can see. A poor old man. But I came from her, Master Brooke, like a poor old woman. That same knave, her husband, hath the finest mad devil of jealousy in him, Master Brooke, that ever governed frenzy. I'll tell you, he beat me furiously in the shape of a woman, for in the shape of a man, Master Brooke, I am in haste. Go along with me. I'll tell you everything, Master Brooke. I knew not what it was to be beaten till lately. But follow me. I'll tell you strange tales of the knave Ford, on whom tonight I shall be revenged. And I shall deliver his wife into your hand. Follow!
Come, come. Ouch! In the castle ditch till we have seen the light of our fairies. Remember some slander of my daughter?
Aye, forsooth. I've spoke with her, and we have a nay word how to know one another. I come to her in white and cry, Mom! And she cries, Budget! And by that we know one another.
That's good too, but what needs either your mum or her budget? The white shall decipher her well enough. It has struck 10 o'clock.
The night is dark. Light and spirits will become it well. Heaven prosper our sport. No man means evil but the devil, and we shall know him by his horns. That's the way, follow me.
Master Doctor, my daughter is in green. When you see your time, take her by the hand, away with her to the deanery, and dispatch it quickly. I'll go before in the park. We two must go together.
I know what I have to do. Adieu.
Farewell to you, sir. My husband will not rejoice so much at the abuse of Falstaff as he will chafe at the doctor's marrying my daughter. But 'tis no matter. Better a little chiding than a great deal of heartbreak.
Where is Nan now and her troop of fairies and the Welsh devil Hugh?
They're couched by the oak hard by, at Hearn's Oak, and with obscured lights, which, at the instant of Falstaff's and our meeting, they will display at once to the night.
This cannot choose but amaze him.
Oh, if he be not amazed, he will be mocked. And if he be amazed, he will in every way be mocked.
We'll betray him finally.
Oh, against those lewdsters and their lechery, those that betray do no treachery.
The hour draws on. To the oak! To the oak!
The Windsor bell hath struck 12. Time wears on. O Jove, remember that thou wast a bull for thine Europa. Love set on thy horns. Oh, powerful love, that in some respect make a beast a man, in some other, a man a beast. I am here, a Windsor staff, and the fattest, I think, in the forest. Who comes here? My doe?
Art thou there, Sir John? My dear, my male dear?
My doe with the black scut. Let the sky rain potatoes. Let it thunder to the tune of green sleeves. Let there come a tempest of provocation. I will shelter me here.
Mistress Page has come with me, sweetheart.
Oh, divide me like a bride buck. Eat your horn. My sides I'll keep to myself. My horns I bequeath to your husband. Speak I like Hearn the Hunter, as I am a true spirit. Welcome!
Oh, alas! What noise?
What?
Heaven forgive our sins!
What should this be?
Away! Away!
I think the devil would not have me damned, lest the oil within me would set hell on fire.
Fairies, black, gray, green, and white, you moonshine revelers and shades of night, you orphan heirs of fixed destiny, attend your office and your qualities. Try your hobgoblin and make fairy oys. Fairies, lift your names. Silence, you airy toys. Crickets, to win the chimneys out of bleak, where thou findest fires unraked and halls unswept.
They are fairies. He who speaks to them will die. I'll weaken couch. No man their works must I.
About! Search Windsor Castle, elves, within and out. Strew good luck on every sacred room, that it may stand to the perpetual doom. Away, disperse, until 'tis 1 o'clock, our dance of custom round about the oak of Hearn the Hunter, let us not forget.
Pray now, lock hand in hand, and all yourselves in order set, and 20 glowworms our lanterns shall be, to guard our measure round about the tree. But stay! I smell a man a bit alert.
Heavens defend me from this Welsh fairy, lest he turn me into a piece of cheese.
The trial fire touch me his finger end. If he be chased, the flame will back descend and turn him to no pain. But if he start, it is the flesh of a corrupted heart.
What take fire?
Ow, 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 ow!
Pinch him, fairies, mutually pinch him for his villainy. Pinch him and burn him and turn him about, till candles and starlight and moonshine be out.
Nay, do not fly. but Hearn the hunter, serve your turn.
Come, hold up the jest no higher. Now, sweet Sir John, how like you Windsor wives? See you these, husband? Do not these fair yoke become the forest better than the town?
Now, sir, who's a cuckold now? Master Brooke, Falstaff's a knave, a cuckold knave. And Master Brooke, he hath enjoyed nothing of Ford's but his buck-basket, his cudgel, and 20 pounds of his money, which must be paid back to Master Brooke. His horses are arrested for it, Master Brooke.
Sir John, we have had ill luck. We could never meet. I will never take you for my love again, but I will always count you my dear.
I begin to perceive I'm made an ass.
Aye, and an ox too, sir. Both the proofs are extant.
And these are not fairies. I was 3 or 4 times in the thought that they weren't fairies, but in the guiltiness of my mind and the sudden surprise of my powers, despite all rhyme or reason, that they were fairies.
Sir John Falstaff, serve gods and leave your desires, and fairies will not fix your home.
Well said, Fairy Hugh.
And leave your jealousies too, I pray.
Now, I will not misdoubt my wife, till thou can woo her in good English.
If I laid my brain out in the sun and dried it, did it once matter to prevent so gross old reaching as this? Am I ridden with a Welsh coat too? 'Tis time I were choked with a piece of toasted cheese.
Cease and butter is not good to give to petter. Your belly is all petter.
Cease and butter. How I stand to live at the taunts of one who makes sprinters of English.
Sir John, did you think that though we would have our virtues out of our hearts by the head and shoulders and give ourselves without scruple unto hell, that ever the devil could have made you our delight?
Well, I am your theme. You had the start of me. I am dejected. Use me as you will.
We'll bring you to Windsor, to one Master Brooke, who you have poisoned of money, to one who should have been a panderer. Over above what you have suffered, I think to pay back this money will be a biting affliction.
Yet be cheerful, knight. Thou shalt eat a posset tonight at my house, where I shall desire thee to laugh at my wife, who now laughs at thee. Tell her Master Slender hath married her daughter.
Doctors doubt that. If Nan Page be my daughter, she is now Dr. Caius's wife.
Oh, ho! Ho! Father Page!
Son, how now, son? Have you dispatched?
Dispatched? Till the best in Gloucestershire on it. And what I heard know.
Of what son?
Married with Anne Page, and she's a great lovely boy!
Upon my life, then, you took the wrong.
Why didn't you tell me that when I took a boy for a girl? I was married to him. For all, he was in woman's apparel. I would not have had
Why, then, this is your own folly. Did I not tell you how you should know my daughter by her garments?
I came to her in white and cried, ah, and she cried, Budget. Wasn't Anne? But a postmaster's boy!
Oh, husband, be not angry. I knew of your purpose and had turned our daughter to green, and she is now at the deanery with the doctor in there, married.
There is Mistress Page. My God, I am cousin. I have married un garçon. A boy. Un paysan, by God, a boy. It is not Anne Page. By God, I am cousin.
Did you not take her in green?
I, by God, but 'tis a boy. By God, I'll raise all of Windsor.
This is strange. Who has got the right hand?
Oh, my heart misgives me. Ah, here comes Master Fenton. How now, Master Fenton?
Pardon, good father. Good my little pardon.
Now, Mistress, how chanced you went not with Master Slender?
Why went you not with Master Doctor, maid?
You do amazing. Hear the truth. You would have married her most shamefully, where there was no fault. The truth is, she and I, long since contracted, are now so sure that nothing can at all us. The offense is wholly that she has committed, and this deceit loses the name of lives are sold by fate.
I'm glad you retain a special stance to strike at me. Your arrow hath glanced.
Well, what remedy? Master Fenton, heaven give thee joy. Cannot be eschewed, embraced.
Night dogs run, all sorts of deer are chased.
Well, I will muse no further. Master Vinton, heaven give you many, many merry days. Good husband, let us everyone go home and laugh this sport or a country fire. Sir John and all.
Let it be so, Sir John. For you shall yet keep your word to Master Brooke. Tonight, he will lie with Mistress Horn.